From Elon Volk, Javon Kinlaw to the Denver Broncos, and the Niners receive Bradley Chubb. So a very rare player-for-player swap. Chubb might not be long in Denver. Kinlaw's been a disappointment. Let's break down the Broncos side first. If you trade away Bradley Chubb, you've still got Nick Bonito, Malik Reed, Jonathan Cooper, and, I guess Baron Browning in his position change as well. I don't hate that idea for Denver. You bench McTelvin Ajim and you're loaded up front. I like it for Denver. I don't like it for San Francisco. They're going to dump D Ford, and I put Eric Armstead at D tackle because they're so deep at pure edges with Sansom Ebukam, Nick Bosa, Charles Menahue. So they're going to pick Drake Jackson, Armstead, who plays some edge and D line, mainly edge at this point in his NFL career. They don't need another pass rusher. So I think the Niners in that trade package end up saying no. From Drake Landon, will the Falcons trade Deion Jones? I think they'll try to. I wonder if his shoulder surgery negatively impacts the hopes of that one. It makes a lot more financial sense for Atlanta to move on from Deion Jones in a trade more so than a release. Just from a financial perspective, it saves them a lot more money than what it does if they just outright cut him. I think his contract is a bit tricky. I think there's a lot of maybe you just cut him. Let's see what happens from other NFL teams. 5 that could make some sense, by the way. The Dallas Cowboys make a lot of sense with the Dan Quinn connection. Denver could use one more interior inside linebacker. Could make sense from that perspective. The Chargers also may be worth exploring since Kenneth Murray didn't work out that great last year. Pittsburgh, we already saw the one trade mailbag question earlier about Devin Bush for Deion Jones, so we'll put them in there. And the Miami Dolphins as well, if they don't trust some of the young guys, if maybe Channing Tindall's not ready at this point. I know some Falcons fans are done with Deion Jones, so I want everyone watching, Falcons fans or not, to name a player on your team who you want to trade away. Let me know in the comment section right now. From Matthew Frey, is the projected contract extension for Russell Wilson of 5 years, $250 million, is that a good deal for Russ? From Wilson's perspective, yeah, it makes him the second highest paid QB in the NFL. For the Broncos' perspective, welcome to life with a franchise QB, which I haven't had in a while. This is going to be a very expensive situation for the Denver Broncos, probably after they have a new owner, because you got to have the money in trust, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's not $250. Maybe it's, a little bit less years, a little bit less money. He will be on this top 5 highest paid list. I can pretty much promise you that. It's a matter of how much and what the guarantees look like. But the Broncos traded for him. What are they going to do? Not pay him? From the Ronin 99, what team goes from worst to first this year? It's a great question. A couple teams that jump out to me from that standpoint. Denver in the loaded AFC West has a chance. The Ravens in the strong AFC North have a very good chance. Beyond that, I think it's one of those two teams. I'm not buying Houston or the Giants or the other New York team either. Seattle's rebuilding. Detroit's not there yet. Carolina has no good QB. And the Jags are the Jags. So the Texans were not a worst to first team. So I'm thinking Denver or Baltimore. Drell Lewis, extremely hot take. All West Division teams will make the playoffs in the 2022/2023 season. What is your hottest take? Okay, I'll answer the first part there. It makes sense. In terms of the talent, if they were in the NFC, if this was the NFC West, I think we'd feel good about all those teams making it there. My hottest take? What do we go with here? Let's see. The Bengals don't make the playoffs this year after they go Super Bowl to not making it, and they just regress a little bit and have that Super Bowl hangover season.
Let's go to the past master. What up, bro? Mitch, of all the people, should have KC winning the division again. If they don't, who do you honestly think would? Great work, Chat Sports. And I hate giving this answer because it could literally be anyone. If Russell Wilson can go back to being that dude, the Broncos are a scary team. If Justin Herbert takes the next step in year 3, the Chargers can easily do it. If the Raiders stay healthy and DC and Josh McDaniels mesh underneath that new offense, that can be a scary team. However, I will go ahead and say the Chargers are probably the team out of the AFC West that scare me the most if it's not the Chiefs. Let's go to Beatles Burner. Who's your dark horse MVP? Oh, boy. I mean, I'm not just saying this because I'm a Raiders fan. I do think Derek Carr deserves to be in the discussion because when you look at the overall odds, they are very, very low. You have Devontae Adams, you have Hunter Renfrow, you have Darren Waller, and on top of that, before Derek lost Henry Ruggs, he was probably the front runner to win NFL MVP. If the Raiders win that division with the amount of attention that's going to be around there, I'll say DC is definitely a dark horse MVP. I think Justin Herbert deserves to be in that conversation as well. If you want to get super, and I mean like super dark horse MVP, Tua deserves to be in it as well with all the talent he has around him. Join the family right now. Take a second. Subscribe to Chat Sports. Turn on those notifications. That way you never miss a video. We are getting close to 293,000 subscribers. Think about that. It's a crazy, crazy number to me. So please, you have nothing to lose. Free videos. Hit that subscribe button. Which QB will make the biggest step forward in their career this season? Ooh, really good question. I would say the quarterback that has the most, that can take the biggest step and needs to take the biggest step is Tua. He's got a lot of talent around him. He needs to be the one that people are like, all right, in that draft class, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, those two players are going to get talked about a lot. Tua needs to get back up into that conversation. But I will say the quarterback that takes the biggest step forward in their career, I don't like saying it because I'm a Raiders fan, I think it's Justin Herbert. I think we're about to see Justin Herbert take the step forward, and it's going to scare some people because what he did as a rookie, what he did as a sophomore, Herbert scares the living shit out of me. I'm not going to lie to you.
Folks, we are also on Rumble. We have free and uncensored content. You can play it podcast style, by the way, on your phone, which I know some of you guys like quite a bit. Sports news, politics, tech and business video platforms are also available on Rumble beyond us here at Chat Sports. We are growing to platforms you guys use. So give us a follow for free at rumble.com/NFL Daily. That link will be in the comment section and it will be in the description. From Smokey254 McKenzie, who is your top/favorite QB in the draft other than Stroud and Bryce, who will be the most improved rookie QB from last year? Okay, so first question, I liked a lot of what I saw out of Tyler Van Dyke. There is a tier gap for me after Stroud and Young, but there's also some very intriguing depth beyond Van Dyke, so we'll spend plenty of time on that question, I promise you, throughout the NFL offseason and into next year too. Most improved rookie QB, you know, Davis Mills, Mac Jones have higher floors right now relative to their assumed ceiling, so I'll cross them off the list. Trey Lance will have the biggest statistical improvement since he didn't play that much last year. I think Fields' breakout will come in year 3. I'm hopeful for Zach Wilson. If the Jags can just catch, it will be Trevor Lawrence. There are so many awesome plays on film. Lawrence out there dropping dimes. His guys just can't catch. So I hope it's Trevor Lawrence. Trey Lance, though, is a very intriguing bet as well. And, of course, hopefully Zach Wilson takes a step forward as well.
All right, y'all, totally random question here. We got a bunch of different shows at Chat Sports, and we got a different people that have got different, favorite teams as well. So who do you think is the best team out of all the teams on screen right now? Dallas Cowboys, type DAL, Pittsburgh Steelers, PIT, 49ers, SF, or the Green Bay Packers, GB?